this really simple tutorial, I will teach you how to draw a pretty realistic iris in just 15 minutes. I know that it looks much harder than it really is, but trust me, every single beginner can draw this. So let's get started. I'm currently working on a 3000 by 3000 canvas, and to create the perfect circle, I'll be using this ellipse tool over here, and I'll just drag my Apple Pencil across the screen to create a circle, but also make sure to hold down on the screen with your finger just to make sure that it snaps into the perfect circle. We can now fill it in with our first color of the palette. Once that is done, we can make sure to use this tool over here to center it perfectly, and right after that we will use the same technique to create a little black circle in the middle, which will be our pupil. Okay, cool. It already kind of sort of looks like an eye, and that will work on making it look more realistic, of course. So let's create a new layer right on top of our blue circle, and we will make sure that our clipping mask is on for that layer. And what we'll do is basically it will allow us to draw on the blue circle and the blue circle only, and we basically won't have paint spill over onto the other layers. This is where all the fun comes in, because we will use all kinds of different shades of blue, and we will create a bunch of different size circles around our pupil. And by the way, this is the brush that I'll be using for this task, and also make sure to play around with your brush's size and opacity just to make sure that we have a variety of circles. I know what y'all are probably thinking, and I agree that it looks nothing like a pupil, but we'll fix that by using the Liquify tool. Just make sure that it's set to crystals and that its distortion and momentum are set to the max, and now we are just gonna watch the magic happen. Okay guys, it already looks like we're getting somewhere, and the next step will be to smudge this layer a little bit. And we'll use this brush over here, and make sure that you don't do it like this. Make sure that all of your strokes are going this way. Our iris is already looking a lot more realistic, but to improve it a little, we will apply some Radial Blur. Just click on the little magic wand icon and swipe to the right. I kind of want to make this iris pop out a little and maybe add some more color variety, so we are going to add a complementary color, which will be orange because it is the opposite color of blue on the color wheel. And we're just going to work our way around the pupil, and once that's done, make sure to smudge it a little and maybe apply some perspective blur, which you'll be able to find by clicking on the little magic wand icon in the top left corner. Okay guys, so far so good. The next step will be to create a new layer, and if you want to, you can add clipping masks onto them. And now we are going to grab this brush over here, and we're going to use this teal color, and now we are going to make a bunch of squiggly lines around our little orange dots, and it will look weird and odd at first, but trust me, we'll make it work. that's done, we can select our smudge tool and smudge it up a little. Make sure to make your strokes in this direction as shown. We all know that our eyes aren't perfectly symmetrical, therefore we will add a couple dark dots all around our iris, just like so. And of course we will either smudge them out a little or apply some perspective blur. So far so good, but if you take a closer look onto human eyes, you will see that our iris has a dark border, which is exactly what we're going to work on right now. And I'll make a new layer, turn on my clipping mask, and we'll use this brush over here to create a dark outline, just like so. And once that's done, we're gonna go over here, click on the little N icon, and change our settings to multiply. And now it looks much better. Since our pupil is a muscle, it expands and shrinks, therefore you will see these little, I'm not even sure what to call them, like little strands of them, I guess, right? And what you're gonna want to do is grab your smudge tool and make sure that you have this brush over here selected, and then you just kind of want to smudge the edges of your pupil a little bit, and if you're too afraid to mess up, you can just duplicate the layer and come back to it in case something goes wrong. It is time to create a nice crisp highlight, so what we're gonna do is create this donut shape using the Monoline brush in color white. This is the one I used. You can find it in the calligraphy category. And then we are going to fill it in with white and erase about 3/4 of it, just like so. And then also there is this really cool trick that I'm about to show you. Let's erase this little part over here. So basically you can either do it like this, but that is literally gonna take you forever. So I saw this life hack where you can basically just select the area that you need to erase, and then you kind of like swipe with your 3 fingers, and that clearly didn't work out. So let's try it again. Let's select this area over here, just like so. Maybe we should select the eraser tool or the brush tool, whatever. Let's try that. Now let's try erasing it. Oh my gosh, yay, it actually did work. Okay, cool. So now we are going to use the mask tool. So let's turn on the mask tool. Wait, not the clipping mask, but the regular mask tool. And remember that anything that's white, it will draw, and anything that's black, it will erase. Okay guys, I feel like I have to show you this life hack, and you're basically just gonna select the very bottom layer, and then you're just gonna change its hue, saturation, and opacity. And as you can see, by changing these settings, you can achieve many cool color combinations, and I totally love this feature. And actually, let's experiment a little bit more. Let's make it purple. I feel like that would be a really cool looking iris. Let's also change this border over here. This is looking really cool. And also guys, there it is. There's our iris. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to follow and like this video if you want to see more simple Procreate hacks, tips, and tutorials. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!